As you can tell from the sirens in the background, I am in London, in the Beretta Gallery no less. And today I'm going to show you why this isn't the thing that should pop to mind when I say semi-auto. Because this is what should come to mind when I say semi-automatic shotgun. This is the Benelli Magnifico. This is one of the most beautiful, lovable and wonderful shotguns in the world. Let me address the elephant in the room. Is that first gun I showed you, that's £1,500 RRP. This is £57,000 RRP. But it is one of 10 ever made. They've done a step up from this where they made 5, but that 5 is only available as a set for €1 million. So by that ilk, this is fairly good value. So let's start with the important bit, the beating heart of this gun. The actual part that makes it work is the Benelli inertia system. We all know how good it is. We all know how reliable it is. So at least it's gonna work, which is something. What they have done over and above the standard Benelli is lots and lots. Modification 1, the bolt handle. Most semi-automatics have a bolt handle that sticks out the side like this. This one does not. This one has a folding bolt handle, which is one of the most beautiful additions on this gun, all the other things aside. More semi-automatics should have this. The nicest thing about this is once you've charged it and drop your cartridge in, it folds itself away, never to return, until you take it out to load some more ammunition. If that doesn't do it for you, well, there is a lot of other nice things. The engraving is hand done by Piotti. The deep carved oak leaves mixed with the Bellino ducks on the sides is just a, wow. This is my kind of engraving. You've got the skill of the carving, but with the delight that is true Bellino game scene. You have a little bit of gold inlay. I like a bit of gold, as you know, but only when it's done tastefully like this. The stylized scroll that goes behind the oak leaves takes it away from that Germanic flavor that oak leaves usually bring. The safety catch is slightly different. Usually you'd have a safety catch around the trigger guard. On this one, you don't. You have a shotgun style tang safety. Shotgun style safety, it is a shotgun style safety if it's there as well. You have a tang safety. And it's, again, done in the style of the engraving with a nice checker bit in the middle. Behind this you have the stock, and the stock is done in a slightly different style to usual. Usually you just have it jointed up at the back on pretty much every other Benelli. On this one, no, they've machined the receiver away to make a beautiful join line around the whole thing. Benelli in gold on the bottom with Magnifico and 0.5 out of 10 on the bottom there. I mean, that should be enough, but you have also a beautifully hand checkered stock, and the way this checkering flows out is world standard. If we're allowed to be picky, the stock is too short. Benelli always make their stocks too short, and I am a giant, but I mean just for general purpose, because they come from the ethos of practicality. You will be wearing a big jacket and so on and so forth when you're out duck hunting in the winter. However, to make this gun perhaps a little bit more England friendly, it would be nice to see that, I don't know, an inch longer, half an inch longer, any longer. The stock is finished in skip checkered wood with a little plug in the middle with 2 engraved screws. The forend is quite special as well. It's a semi-beaver tail type forend, but with a push button release catch. This is the gun that all semi-auto should be, a Magnifico. Or a Cosmi. All guns should make you do silly faces like that. The checkering in the forend as well is beautifully done, and this gun is all about flowing lines, just beautifully composed, which you'd want for £57,000 RRP, as we've discussed. The barrel is quite cool as well, in that it has a solid top rib, the hand stippling across the top there. Wow. I know that's just a very small feature in the grand scheme of things and shouldn't be something to get excited about, but solid top ribs on shotguns are exciting. Other than that, very standard Benelli. Before I conclude, Benelli Rich just walked in. Benelli Rich.
Hello everyone. I mean, yes, the Magnifico, 1 of 10, a beautiful piece of kit. The DNA carried over from the Raffaello action, so it comes with your 2-piece receiver and it all comes apart beautifully. I think Johnny just showed you how the forend comes away from the action, which is just stunning. quite frankly. I mean, it's worth every single piece of the £57,000 it is.
I wouldn't say that it's expensive.
No.
But it is quite a sum of money.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the level of detail, the level of man hours to go into just the engraving. Like you said, it's got a piece of wood that wouldn't look out of place on an SO.
Just to be sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it until Benelli change their mind.
Which they are.
Oh.
There is a new gun coming soon. It's got new stock dimensions. It launches next month. It's the new Montefeltro. It's not £57,000, so it's more affordable.
Very nice.
But they have changed the stock dimensions. They've pulled the length of pull out a little bit. They've put a new crisper trigger unit in there. So it's going to be interesting.
And there you go. And I've dreamt of getting a hold of one of these since I saw a picture of one. What a stunner. Guys, I'd love to know your thoughts. Sometimes it's nice when a gun company just comes out and says, look what we can do. And this is exactly that. London, eh?